I met my sugar daddy a few years ago while I was in university. He was charming, generous, and always there to support me financially. At that time, I had no intention of getting seriously involved with him. I knew he was married, and I never thought our relationship would go beyond what it was, just fun and financial benefits. But over time, my sugar daddy began to open up to me about his marriage. He would tell me stories about how his wife was wicked, disrespectful, and never gave him peace of mind. According to him, they were always fighting and had been on the brink of divorce for years. He painted a picture of a woman who didn't care about him or their children, and I started feeling sorry for him. I believed he deserved better. Slowly, I found myself getting emotionally involved. He would say things like, "You are the peace I need in my life, and I wish I had met you first." He assured me that he wanted to leave his wife but was staying only for the sake of the kids. He convinced me that I could make him happy in ways his wife never did. He even suggested that we should get married, assuring me that as his second wife, I would have a good life and that things would be peaceful between us. He got me an apartment far from his home. Then I got pregnant, and I hoped that things would improve once our child was born, but it only got worse. He stopped coming around as often, and when he did, he barely spoke to me. I noticed that he was spending more time with his first wife, the same woman he had called wicked and troublesome. At first, I thought it was because of the children, but then I heard from mutual friends that he had reconciled with her. They were even attending social events together, the same events he used to complain about when we were still dating. The worst part was that I discovered everything he told me about his wife was a lie. She wasn't the monster he made her out to be. In fact, people who knew her spoke highly of her, describing her as a kind and hard-working woman who had stood by him for years. I realized too late that he had only used me to satisfy his own selfish desires. After I gave birth, he became even more distant. He barely acknowledged our child and seemed completely uninterested in being part of our lives. He would go days, even weeks, without contacting me, and I soon realized that he had fully gone back to his wife. I feel betrayed, humiliated, and used. The man I once loved has turned into someone I no longer recognize, and I don't know what to do. I have thought about leaving him, but I worry about how I will cope with my child. I don't want to go back to my family because I know they never supported my decision to be with him. They warned me, but I was blinded by love and the promises he made. Now I feel lost and confused.